Hello, hello, friends. Are you ready for a fun story? It's about a butterfly. Are you ready? Let's read. Oh my, a butterfly. It's written by Tish, Rabe. Do you like butterflies? I think they're beautiful. Oh my, a butterfly. Right here in your yard, if you look, you might spot a butterfly egg. It's a little round dot. It sticks to a leaf. Rain won't wash it away. Right here on this leaf is where it wants to stay. You may think in these eggs there are small butterflies, but wait till they hatch and you'll get a surprise. What do you think is in a butterfly egg? Caterpillars hatch out of a butterfly's egg. They look like small worms and may have 16 legs. They start chewing and growing and chewing, and that's about all that they spend their time doing. They eat first their eggshells, then it's leaves that they need. They eat all the time and they grow with great speed. If we grew as fast as they do, this was funny to us. In 2 weeks, we would be as big as a school bus. So if we grew as fast as caterpillars grew, we would be as big as a school bus. Wow. This caterpillar has grown too big for its skin. It needs bigger skin than the skin it's been in. So it takes a deep breath. Then it wobbles and wiggles. If skin starts to split as it joggles and jiggles. The old skin falls off, and right there underneath is new, bigger skin that's been hiding beneath. It eats the old skin. Oh, yum, how delicious. Protein in the skin makes it very nutritious. See this caterpillar? He looks really cute, dressed up in his new black and orange striped suit. So when the caterpillar grows and grows out of their skin, it actually eats the skin, but it's very good for them. After the 4th time it sheds all its skin, the next stage of a butterfly's life will begin. It hangs upside down like a small letter J. And for a few hours it hangs there that way. Then it changes again. The next stage is this. A shell forms around it. It's called a chrysalis. See that? A shell forms around the caterpillar, and that's called a chrysalis. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar keeps changing. All of its body parts are rearranging. For almost 10 days, it cannot move, it can't eat. Then one day the butterfly's change is complete. A tiny black leg begins to poke through. Within seconds, another leg pops into view. See that? That little caterpillar's kind of coming out of his chrysalis. She bursts into the air, a bright new butterfly. Her wings are so soft that at first she can't fly. She must wait until they harden. Till then, she must stay. If an enemy comes, she cannot fly away. Her antennae start working to sense what's around her, the motions, the smells, and the sights that surround her. In hours, her new wing gets harder, and so she is ready to fly. She is ready to go. So she's getting stronger, her wings are getting harder, and she is about ready to fly. That is so exciting. See these two caterpillars, they're different. Here's why. One will soon be a moth, and one a bright butterfly. One makes a chrysalis, and now we know inside is a butterfly starting to grow. One spins a cocoon like a blanket to hide, and the new moth begins growing inside. Spiders, frogs, beetles, birds, lizards, and mice think bright butterflies for a snack are quite nice. Every butterfly knows birds are trying to catch it. Its wobbly flight makes it harder to snatch it. So all those little insects want to eat the butterfly. This butterfly's colors warn foes it might meet. I am poison, I'll hurt you, I'm not good to eat. Some cover their bright wings with dark wings, you see. This helps them to blend with the leaves on a tree. See that brightly colored butterfly? Butterflies are so light, this will show you how many you will need just to equal the weight of 1 penny. They see thousands of pictures if one looked at me. Here is a drawing of what it would see. You see that? So the butterflies see thousands of pictures. You have a new hobby. We just started trying. It's fun and it's free, and it's called butterflying. We look to find butterflies, they're everywhere. In our yard, near a stream, on the ground, and in the air. We write down the day and the time that we saw them. We write down the place, then take crayons and draw them. Looks like they're having fun looking for butterflies. These are the monarchs. Just watch them in flight. They have orange and black wings with small dots of white. They can't live in cold weather, so somehow they know that they must fly where it's warmer, like to Mexico. They fly hundreds of miles. They fly hours and hours. They stop just to rest and sip nectar from flowers. So those butterflies fly hundreds of miles, and they fly for hours and hours. Monarchs fly for weeks till they finally see in the Mexican forest an oyamel tree. They fly to the tree, and then just before dark, they land and they hook their small legs in the bark. Without the sun's warmth, they are too cold for flight, so they huddle together and wait out the night. See all those little butterflies in the tree? They kind of huddle together and wait for the cold night to turn to day. Once a female has mated, it's hard to go on. She will not live much longer. Her time's almost gone. She's carrying eggs. They are heavy. That's why she cannot get back home. It's too far to fly. So she searches for leaves and lays eggs one by one. She lays hundreds of eggs and won't stop till she's done. So one butterfly mama lays hundreds of eggs. Butterflies are surprising and beautiful things as they soar through the air on bright colored wings. They're like jewels in the sun. They live just a short while, but whenever you see one, you can't help but smile. For you know, on a leaf, if you look, you may find an egg that a butterfly has left behind. And in this egg, small as the head of a pin, a new butterfly's life is about to begin. See those tiny little eggs? And that's the end of Oh My, a Butterfly. Did you learn something about how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly? Because we are about to do a little activity together. Okay, friends, are you ready to do our activity about how a butterfly is born? Take out your paper. Let's do it together. In our story, we learned how caterpillars become butterflies. Are you ready to do our butterfly sequence to see how a butterfly is born? Take out your paper. We're going to do this together. Now, if you wanted to color your pictures, that would be fine too. I did put a little color on my pictures, okay? So from our story, you remember there were some little butterfly eggs, but what came out of the butterfly eggs? A caterpillar. You are right. So can you show me your picture of a caterpillar that looks like that? So that's the very first step in a butterfly being born, right? So we want to put that picture on box number 1. You can just glue it right there on number 1 because that's the very first step in a butterfly being born. Just a little bit of glue, a little dab will do. Good job. Let's go to step number 2. Do you remember in our story that little caterpillar, once it came out of the egg, what did it do? It had to eat and eat, needs lots of food so it can grow to be nice and strong because it needs to build its very own home. And I've got a picture of that. Do you have yours? It looks like this. Yep, it's going to build a comb around its body, a cocoon, or we call it a chrysalis. So let's put that on box number 2. Because our little caterpillar is going to build its own home. Do you remember what that home is going to do? It's going to protect our caterpillar while he's changing and growing. He needs his own little space to keep him nice and safe. So that's number 2. Step number 1 is that little caterpillar, he's going to eat and eat and eat. Step number 2, he's going to build that home around his body. And of course, we know the last thing that happens to that caterpillar, he turns into a butterfly. I hope you colored your butterfly to make it nice and colorful. And we're going to put that on box number 3 because that is the last step in a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. And I know you did an awesome job with that, friend. Great job, guys. Now you know all about how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. And the next time we come together, we'll be making a butterfly. All right, guys, I will see you next time. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Wave your hands and wink your eyes. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
G, Miss G, come and learn with me. Get smarter by the day. How much fun this will be. We gon' learn letters.